Kenosha County is short nearly 3,000 homes, yet we're one of the hottest housing markets in the country. So who's actually in the room trying to fix this? And are they doing enough? Let's zoom out for a second. From 2006 to 2023, Kenosha County underproduced almost 3,000 homes. That means household growth has been outpacing new housing construction for years. So more people, not enough homes. At the same time, the median sale price in Kenosha County jumped from $194,000 in 2019 to about $285,000 in 2024, roughly a 50% increase in just a few years. Jobs, that grew by 33% between 2010 and 2022 and is continuing to grow. Population, that only grew by 0.7% in that same time window. So we've got not enough homes being built, prices running away from incomes, and then jobs growing way faster than people. Add those variables up and you have more pressure in Kenosha, as we've been ranked one of the hottest housing markets in the entire country. That's why this housing task force exists. So who's actually on this task force? According to Kenosha County Housing Task Force overview, the task force is co-led by Kenosha County and the Kenosha Area Business Alliance, and it brings together developers, municipal leaders, nonprofit leaders, financing specialists, real estate agents, and community members, all people who are, quote, passionate about promoting increased housing options for everyone across Kenosha County. This isn't just a random committee, it's designed as an 18-month process to involve key stakeholders, launch the task force, establish focused work groups, and ultimately develop real housing recommendations for the county. Think of it like a big project team whose job is to answer one simple question: how do we move from Kenosha doesn't have enough housing options to Kenosha has all the housing options for all incomes, all ages, and all abilities? Every serious initiative has a mission and a vision, and this one's pretty clear. The mission of the Kenosha County Housing Task Force is simple: to develop tools and solutions that can be implemented locally to help address the housing shortage for all income levels. The vision is to create a diverse housing stock in Kenosha County that will foster dynamic movement, encourage population growth, and enhance economic development. Now, let's talk about how the task force is actually structured. They built out 3 core work groups. The first one's promotions, communications, and public engagement, creating a task force landing page, 1-page fact sheet on key housing topics, educational events, and engagement opportunities for residents. Basically, helping regular people understand what's going on and how they can get involved. The second group is planning, zoning, and design standards, working with local municipalities on how zoning ordinances can be adjusted to allow new types of housing, reviewing how to simplify permitting and approvals, looking at how design standards are written and communicated. And the third one, which might be the most important, is the financial tools. Talking with developers about where projects fall apart financially, exploring innovative financial models that could work in Kenosha County. So you've got messaging, rules of the game, and money, the 3 levers that actually move housing from ideas to keys in somebody's hand. One of the concepts being discussed in these broader housing conversations includes Kenosha County is the Community Land Trust Model, or CLT. In simple terms, a CLT is a nonprofit, community-based organization that takes land out of the speculative market to preserve long-term affordability. The CLT typically owns the land. Income-eligible buyers purchase the home on top of that land. Long-term ground lease and resale formula, they keep the home affordable for the next buyer, not just the first one. Across Wisconsin, you got CLTs in places like Madison, La Crosse, Milwaukee, Door County, and others. And Kenosha County is part of that ongoing conversation about whether the model makes sense here. Is a CLT the answer for everything? No, but it's an example of the kind of innovative financial and ownership structure that the task force and its partners are studying as they look at ways to create permanent affordability in Kenosha County. Another big piece, zoning. The residential planning and zoning workshop materials highlight just how tight the Kenosha market is. Median prices up nearly 47%, and get this, owner vacancy rate is under 1%. Rental vacancy is still below what's considered healthy. The planning and zoning work group is digging into questions like, where can we allow more modest single-family and multi-family housing? How do we reduce fees or streamline approvals for the kinds of homes we actually need? How do we line housing out with job centers and transit so workers can realistically live near where they work? This is where local municipalities and the city, villages, and towns really matter. And the task force point of view is looking to make this decision-making process simpler. So what does this all mean for you? If you're a renter, these policies and programs coming out could work in your benefit, because as you get protection and what gets built in your price range. If you're a buyer or a homeowner, changing zoning and new housing tools can impact your equity, the types of homes in your neighborhood, and future demand. And if you're an employer or an investor, the task force is explicitly looking at housing through a workforce lens, because employers keep asking, if we bring jobs here, will our people be able to live here? If housing doesn't keep up, talent goes somewhere else. Here's the part I really want to leave with you. The Kenosha County Housing Task Force isn't just a government project. It's made up of community members, nonprofits, business leaders, and yes, people like me who live and work in the housing space every single day. Stay plugged into the task force landing page and the fact sheets as they roll out more information as time moves forward. Showing up when surveys, listening sessions, or public meetings happen, because your voice literally helps shape what gets built in your area. And if you're thinking about buying, selling, building, or investing in Kenosha County over the next 1 to 5 years, and you want a game plan that lines up where things are heading, that's where my team comes in. We're watching this stuff closely. Zoning changes, new housing models, big developments, and helping clients make moves that fit both today's market and tomorrow's direction. Quick favor, drop a comment. What's the biggest housing challenge you see in Kenosha right now? Is it price, lack of options, downsizing, accessibility, or something else? Hit like if this helps you understand what's actually going on. And if you want to talk through your personal situation, whether you're relocating, downsizing, or just trying to get your first place, you can always reach out. My team and I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. I'm Tony Bitar, your real estate professional in Wisconsin and Northern Illinois, and I'll see you on the next one.